Jeff, I love the scene in the beginning of the movie where you're on the New York subway train and the fellow recognizes you.
You like that?
In real life,
Yeah.
when people see you, do they always think you're Jeff Goldblum or just somebody who looks like Jeff Goldblum?
Sometimes, usually people will recognize me as Jeff Goldblum, but sometimes people will say, "You look like Jeff Goldblum." I'll go, "Really, really?" You know, like that.
Do you play with them sometimes when they do that?
Well, sometimes.
I've always been fascinated with robotic, and I know it's a very complicated procedure.
Yeah.
Did you trust those guys completely who were running those machines?
Well, they're brilliant. You know, they won the Oscar last time, Stan Winston, his team, and they'd prepared, if actors prepared like they had to create these creatures from, the floor to finish, it would be amazing. But still, the creatures themselves, we had safety meetings all the time, and they weigh tons and stuff, and they're powered by NASA type technology, but they would say to us every day, if you've got laptops or something, if you've got phones, turn them off, because it's like taking off in a plane. That's how we're communicating with these things, operating them, and if they could go haywire and start just going on their own. It was dangerous, and it could have killed us.
Well, things that went wrong on this movie. What does the Lost World blooper reel look like?
Oh, well, things were very smooth. Steven Spielberg, people around him have a way of coming up with their best stuff, and we came in 6 days under schedule, and it just went like that. But, there's a lot of stuff that we tried out. He has a very loose atmosphere and a very kind of safe atmosphere, and he's making up stuff. He's a joyful, creative force, and so we would get to scenes and he would say, okay, try this, or try this, we'd say different things, do different things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't, so.
Well, do you think if he hadn't directed this movie, do you think you would have done it, or would you have had to have thought a lot more carefully about it?
Well, that adds a whole other thing to the mix. I haven't thought about that, but he was one of the strongest attractive parts of doing this, certainly.
The other actors who weren't on the first film, do you find that they were seeking you out and asking you for advice on what to expect?
No, not really. They're so good. This whole cast: Julianne Moore, Vanessa Lee Chester, Vince Vaughn, and Richard Schiff, Arliss Howard, Pete Postlethwaite, and Peter Stormare from Fargo. What a brilliant bunch of people.
When I was a student, I snuck onto this lot a couple of times and walked around the Psycho house. Is it a little bizarre for you sometimes to be shooting and you look over and you see the Psycho house where Norman Bates was? Does that ever strike you?
Oh, totally. No, I'm looking at it right now. It's right behind us, and that was amazing. I mean, how old was I when that came out? Anyway, I saw it when it came out, and it was thrilling. How scary was that? And seeing it is just amazing. But I'll tell you, we were on this set, and I guess that Psycho house was there, but they built, the jungle was right there. So once we came into this world, we were really kind of in this world. We were no longer on a movie set.
I was at the Universal Studios Florida, and they had a whole room dedicated to Jurassic Park. Like the hat this character wore, a car this character carried. What kind of mementos did you keep from the first film and the second film?
I'm not a memento kid. There are a lot of them. I mean, we know that merchandise and some of the stuff from the, I'm kind of not a keeper of those things. And sometimes you can donate things, and they can help out, an organization here or there. So that's what I do with it. What I keep is the tape of the movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Okay. And a quick final question: visitors to the set, did you notice a much higher curiosity level from people wanting to check out the sets and scenery?
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park was an amazing kind of phenomenon. People have come up to me in the last 4 years and said, my kid, my 5-year-old, my 10-year-old watch it every single night. We've seen it 100 times, so they're big fans of the movie. And on this one, I know people were very interested. What's in it this time? What dinosaurs are in it?
Okay, great. All right, thanks very much, Jeff.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot there.
My pleasure.